Hey everybody, it's Eric Grebner from Eric Grebner SEO. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. I want to take a few minutes out of the day today to talk to you about our friend Brian P. Moran. This week, as you can see, coming up, he has his newest program coming out. It's a 12-week mastery course. Those of you who aren't familiar with Brian Moran, he's a New York Times best-selling author of the critically acclaimed book, The 12-Week Year. I personally had the opportunity to see Brian live last year, and it was basically life-changing. Brian has 30 years of experience. He's been a CEO, a corporate executive, an entrepreneur, a consultant, a coach, you name it. Brian's been there. He has a way of helping out individuals and give them the ability to organize and to grow and to prosper. Everything Brian touches basically turns to gold. He has corporate experience in management. He's held executive positions with companies like UPS, PepsiCo, Northern Automotive. Brian's a nationally recognized expert in the field of leadership and execution. I can't recommend this course enough. Like I said, I got to see it over a year ago. I saw it live. It was worth every penny and more. It basically blew my mind. It changed the way I plan and execute everything from the moment I wake up in the morning, having my morning coffee, to all the way up to the time I'm lying in bed at the end of the day. He's changed my life, and I know he's going to be able to change yours. But don't take my word for it. Have a listen to this.
Today, my guest, Tom Beal. Tom is going to be sharing with you a very powerful system that assisted tens of thousands of people in accomplishing more in 12 weeks than most do in 12 months. Tom, that's a pretty impressive promise. How can you be so bold?
Dennis, first of all, thanks for having me here. And yes, that is a bold promise to help you, the watcher, the listener to this, achieve more in 12 weeks than most do in 12 months. That's a pretty bold statement. And had I not applied one of my success strategies called identify and align, I probably wouldn't have believed it to be true either. However, let's back up. And where I have identified and aligned some people that were at levels of success that I wanted to achieve. And Dennis, you were one of those. Years ago when I was a teenager, you were a pro BMX freestyle athlete. I was a novice. I wanted to be at the level you were at. So I hired you, and you came out and helped me and my team become better at that craft. I since have applied that for my own personal growth, for my business growth. So I've been to Fiji with Tony Robbins. I've been to Dallas with Zig Ziglar prior to him passing. I've been face-to-face and working with Brian Tracy. I've worked with some of the best marketing minds alive, been in closed-room conversations with people like Jay Abraham, people like Dan Kennedy, Rich Schefrin, worked for 5 years with Mike Filsaime, friends with Frank Kern, Ryan Dice, etc. The bottom line is when you choose to identify and align, just like you, Dennis, helped me really shortcut that learning process, it can help you shortcut that journey. And so in identifying and aligning, I run with the crowd of people that fortunately read a lot of books. Dennis, and I'm sure you benefit from this as well. Hey, have you read this book? And no, I haven't. And you get the book and you're like, wow, that was awesome. And that is exactly how I am so confident in sharing with you, Dennis, and with you watching this here, that it is possible for you to achieve more in 12 weeks than most do in 12 months. Why? Because it's not my strategies, it's not my techniques, it's from identifying and aligning that I stumbled across from a friend who recommended it, this incredibly powerful book and system. So as you can see, it's the 12-week year where it makes that promise for me and for you. Get more done in 12 weeks than others do in 12 months by Brian P. Moran and Michael Lennington. Now, this book, Dennis, is a New York Times best-selling book. And the reason it is because it's helped numerous hugely successful corporations grow their revenues, grow their profits, grow their sales professionals' results tremendously. And it's kind of been the little secret inside corporate America. You see, Brian P. Moran, the co-author of this, has for 10 years traveled the country, traveled the world, training these corporate entities and their salespeople on how to do exactly that. And the results have been staggering. He has a list of testimonials from corporate America, the bigwig corporations, as well as the sales managers, the sales staff, etc. have just shared how this transformed their life, transformed their results in accomplishing, in essence, double what they used to accomplish in half the amount of time. That's a pretty powerful promise.
Absolutely. So you're going to be sharing these secrets now with the public.
Absolutely. So what happened with identifying and aligning, the friend who shared this book and this resource with me, they are actually a client of his. And by they, it's the co-authors and the team, the 12-week year, because my friend happens to be the marketing funnel expert behind many large successes. So they are a client of his, and he's like, dude, you haven't read this? You have to read it. So I read it. I'm like, whoa, this is amazing. He's like, how would you like to meet the authors? I'm like, you know me. I love meeting people like that. So I met them, and kind of like in the old days, Dennis, remember there was that shaving company, the guy who was like, I love the razor so much that I bought the company.
Yeah.
So I didn't buy the company, but from chatting with them, meeting them, and by them, Brian P. Moran, Michael Lennington, and their team, and chatting with my friend who is that behind-the-scenes marketing guru, Todd Brown. He is, like I said, the know-it-all behind-the-scenes funnel creator for many of the multi-million-dollar launches that are occurring. And if you haven't heard of Todd, he owns a company called Marketing Funnel Automation. And Todd is that expert in creating the marketing funnels to maximize the customer experience and also maximize the profits for the people conducting the product launch. So Todd's client was sorry.
So you said you now, instead of buying the company, you became a partner in it.
Well, we created a new product because here's the deal. They're the little known secret within corporate America, but the normal entrepreneurs, it hasn't really splashed into the marketplace yet. And it's kind of the hidden tap secret. Now, many people like Todd got so excited and shared it online that others went and got it, and that word spreads. However, there's been this missing element and kind of sharing the secret with the small entrepreneurs, with the small to mid-sized companies that have been the secret for the large corporations. So in chatting with Brian Moran, Michael Lennington, and Todd Brown, and me being so excited about it, Todd being so excited about it, we're like, we want to help you share this message. Like, people need to hear this message. Why, Dennis? Because in this day and age of information, this little device is driving most people's lives. How many conversations are you in when someone's staring at this?
Exactly.
And the stuff that's supposed to free us up and be more productive actually makes us more like a Pavlov dog. And it feels like life is pushing us instead of us designing the life that we know, in essence, is important to us, which is our health, mentally and physically, emotionally. That gets neglected for a lot of entrepreneurs because they're so focused and so driven with all the busyness that their business gives them. And then the whole family life, right? Relationships are pretty important. And if the business consumes you and you're neglecting that relationship, that I've personally witnessed, and I've witnessed many of my high-end friends go through neglecting a relationship and what that leads to, So that's not a win-win for, regardless of how much money you have in the bank account. No success in business can make up for a failure at home, right? So what this book does, and what a lot of people jump to when they see it, say, oh, it's just, so 12-week year. So it basically just compresses, just focus on a quarter, and it's more than that. It's a paradigm shift. It's a philosophy. And for those friends of mine, and you probably watching this, who've studied Jim Rohn back in the day, the person that taught Tony and made, it's just tremendous. When you change your philosophy, when you change how you look at things, what you look at changes, right? So this is not just a different way to look at a year. Don't let that title misguide you. It's literally about the subtitle: get more done in 12 weeks than others do in 12 months, because it's a whole philosophy, it's a whole paradigm shift. And when you see it, it's kind of like the Matrix. You can't unsee it. And it's just a whole different way of looking how brief this journey is. Now, Dennis, I mean, when I was a teenager and you came out, my manager of my team was my mom, who you met.
Yes.
And when we reconnected all these years later, you found out that she passed at 52 years old. In the news, Prince just passed at 57? And years prior, Michael Jackson died at 50. And I just saw, and those are the celebrities we know. But we all have personal friends and family that, well, shoot, even my close friend who was in a mastermind with me died of a heart attack at 45 years old. And Dennis, that's not to be morbid why I'm bringing this up. What I'm doing is trying to inspire you to sing the songs that you need to sing. Life is short regardless of how long we live. And if we don't take control of our life, and if we don't figure out systems to actually get more from within us, our music is going to die with us. And we've heard the most expensive real estate in the world is the graveyard. I don't want your stuff, your songs to die with you. I don't want my songs to die with me. That's why I have been seeking through Tony, through Zig, through Brian Tracy, through all these people in my 25 plus years of being in this industry and on this path of how I can be the best me I'm capable of being. And that's what this is. What this isn't is some of the philosophies that are out there are hustle, 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 hustle. If you're not hustling until 3 in the morning and working at 5 in the morning, you're a loser. You know, that's not the philosophy. The philosophy is you're going to have to sacrifice your comfort zone. You're going to have to do things that in the moment you may not necessarily be excited to be doing. However, you choose to be great in the moment anyhow and do it because you're committed to recognizing that this journey is brief. And when you condense it in what they call periodization, what they teach in here, you treat a day like a week. You treat a week like a month. And you know that every day is important. And if you don't recognize that going into it, in today's world, I'm guilty of it, and I'm sure you watching have been guilty, where you can get caught in what some friends of mine call blackout, browser blackout, where you're searching around in YouTube. Oh, that's a cool video. Oh, Prince. Oh, yeah. Wow, that's a funny thing that he did with Jimmy Fallon. Oh, that's a funny thing he did with, next thing you know, 2 hours have gone by. You know, and that's okay if you're doing it intentionally, but if you're doing that on a regular basis, how much is that costing you? How many songs won't be sung from you due to not taking control and recognizing how brief each day, each week, each month is? And that's just a reframing. And now, what I'm not going to do is give you the whole insights of this book, which, as you can see, isn't that thick, which is awesome. It's consumable. And to answer your question, Dennis, the book is just the beginning. You see, I dug in deeper, and there's more than the book. There's a 12-week year study guide, which goes deeper into really nailing all that down. There's participant workbook, which gives you a primer of how to prepare for your first 12-week year. There's a game plan, which lists out your goals and the action plan. There's weekly scorecard and plans. And when you stick with all of this, and that's a lot to throw at you right now. Right. I don't expect anyone, wait a minute, rewind. Like, this isn't teaching you the whole 12-week year strategies, but what it's teaching you is if you don't take control of your life, life will control you. And that's what we witness. Most people are living a life by default, not a life by design. And until you can put the systems and processes in place that can help you get the most that you're capable of being, you'll wake up and you'll have a lot more regrets than a lot more like, wow, I really rocked it. And this is helping you have more of that thinking with the end in mind. When you get to that last day, you're like, I did my work. I did it, and I did it efficiently, effectively. I did what I wanted. I took care of myself, my health, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I took care of my key relationships, and I grew my business to levels that I almost didn't believe were possible years ago. And the reverse of that is what most people are living. Poor health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, lackluster relationships. And hey, some people have great success in business with poor health and poor relationships. And as we said, a great success in business can't make up for a failure at home. Yep. And that's not what I want for you. So we have put together a package that goes beyond the book. Now, the book is a great starting point. Go get the book, period. That's going to give you the framework. That's going to give you the foundation. But there's more that I showed you to help you grasp it. And then it's just like where I could have watched videos of you performing those tricks on a bike, but that wouldn't have given me that trajectory had I not had you personally guiding me. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. So Tom, this is amazing, first off. But the reason I commanded this interview is because, from what I understand, there's a partnership you're trying to offer here. Yes. And I want to learn more about this, and I think the people watching want to understand that you guys are the masters at offering great partnerships.
Thank you. Yes, and it's literally the perfect storm of awesomeness. I mean, pat myself on the back. Yes, I'm awesome. Todd Brown's awesome, and Brian Moran and Michael Lannington are awesome. And us three coming together to assist you and to assist the small business world, the entrepreneurs, the average everyday person, not just corporate America, who have had this secret weapon. We're now releasing it, and we've created this amazing community, this amazing training program where, just like Dennis, you guided me personally to master the BMX freestyle. We're going to help you and our clients master the 12-week year process. So we've created what's called the 12-week mastery. And it's a course up and coming. It's going to be released June 22nd. It's going to go on the initial release until July 6th. We're going to theme it around the Independence Day theme because, in essence, this is now handing you your independence, taking control back of your life, helping you accomplish all you're capable of accomplishing. And that's our goal. And there's a selfish, ulterior motive. I have children, Dennis, and if you die with your songs within you, that leaves my children and the world without the songs that you're meant to sing, which may take away from some of the joy, happiness, and blessings that they could have if I can help you step up your game and be all that you're capable of being. So there's a selfish, ulterior motive here. And that's why we aren't going to price it at levels that would be out of most people's reach, which when Brian does a lot of the stuff that's in our program, corporations pay multiple tens of thousands of dollars. For instance, a 2-day live training. That's $25,000 to $50,000 and more.
Easily.
That's not what you'll be paying when we release it to the marketplace. Nothing close to that. Our goal is to get this in as many hands as possible, to help as many people as possible take control of their lives, help them accomplish all they're capable of accomplishing, and not just financially. That's something I want to solidify here. Money's great, and we're going to help you be more efficient, be more effective to produce more of it, but not while neglecting your health and not while neglecting your key relationships. We want you to have it all. We want you to have, and that's what this assists you in doing, because it's not just money, 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 hustle, 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 all the talk that you may hear in the community. Not saying any that's wrong. However, we feel it's important to have all of those aspects covered, and that's our goal with releasing 12-week mastery. So it's incredible. We already have a week-long training series that prepares you for your first 12-week year. So instead of like reading the book, and you know how it is, like we first of all, men, how many user's manuals do we read? We just figure it out. This can't be that hard. We'll figure it out. And then afterwards, you got extra screws, and you got, wait, well, these weren't really extra. They probably went somewhere. So similarly, we have a week-long training with Brian to help you understand how to maximize your first 12-week year. And that corporations pay tens of thousands of dollars for. You won't. And by the way, there's two people watching this video, Dennis. There's some people that are going to be excited to take advantage of the 12-week mastery course, which hopefully is everyone. And then there's some that are actually affiliates who have lists, who have a platform that they can share this with. And we have a program that for people that have the proper leverage, proper platform, when they share this with their people, their people are going to love them because all that I've shared, that's what you're going to pass on to them. Help them become the best they're capable of becoming. It's like the biggest gift you could pass along to them. And at the same time, we're going to compensate you nicely for sharing that message with your people. So we have that first preparatory week, and then after that first preparatory week, which does have live Q&A interaction, so answers the questions. It also has a community where this like-minded community is all there assisting one another and helping push one another, answering the questions above and beyond. From that standpoint, we are also in there. And by we, it's the 12-week year team, it's the Todd Brown Inc. team, and myself, all in there answering questions as well. Our goal is to have this be the biggest testimonial word of mouth that we've ever done. And we want that, and it can only happen when we help as many people as possible tap into all they're capable of becoming. Then once the 12-week year begins, we already have 84 videos, daily videos that go along with an email. So everyone that joins is now going to have a daily email with a daily video that gives the added inspiration, gives that added nudge, goes a little bit deeper in a specific topic. Now, Dennis, it's also, for some people, like, oh man, I don't have time for all that. It's only 2, 4, 5 minutes on average per day, but enough to give you that little nudge, that little inspiration, that little added edge for your day to keep you on track. And that's automated. That's already done. And that's super exciting. That's a lot of work led up to this. And then in addition to that, there's ongoing live trainings. So we check in and have live webinar situations with the worldwide clients. And if they can join live, there's an opportunity to have live Q&A and ask, hey, here's a challenge I'm going through. Here's some difficulties I'm having, etc. Asking the experts. And then within the community itself, that's where the like-minded community will also be there to guide and hold one another accountable to push us to that next level. So those are some of the aspects. And then at the end, there's a 2-day live event, which we're super excited about, going to be down in West Palm Beach towards the end of this calendar year. So you'll have your first 12-week year And then we'll have the 2-day live event, which prepares you for the next calendar year, where obviously it's going to be your best year yet. And that's our goal for you. And many more things that I didn't mention, but it's super exciting. I've personally, Dennis, as you heard, have done tens of millions of dollars of results online, many through product launches. So in excess of $25 million. This one has me more excited than any. And I think you might be able to feel my excitement through the video.
I can totally feel that.
I feel it taps into the quote that I heard years ago from Zig Ziglar. You can have everything in life you want if you help enough others get what they want. And this has been a passion of mine to help people, and this has been my journey to help people get from where they are to where they want to be. And nothing, in my opinion, will be better than this. This is the ultimate productivity and goal achievement system. That was our goal. They have the proven techniques, strategies that have helped tens of thousands of lives in corporate America. We're looking to bring the secret that corporate America's had to the general public, and super excited about it. And it's a gift. Whoever joins, A, it's going to be a third to a fifth less than what we could charge. And B, for affiliates who have platforms, it's our goal to create this as being one of the most profitable joint venture promotions you've ever done. And that's a bold statement, just like my bold statement in the beginning. I personally paid millions of dollars out to my affiliates, and we're looking to pay in excess of $1 million, possibly $2 million in commissions with this upcoming launch. This is a big deal. If you're an affiliate, if you have an audience, you'll want to reach out and get access to what we have going on, because it's the perfect storm. Your people cannot lose. And I will promise you this, it's a 4-part transformational video launch. So there's going to be 4 videos, 3 of which are pure content, pure value, pure training that will transform your people's lives. So whether or not they take the next obvious step, which is to join 12-Week Mastery, they'll walk away with transformation enough that can lead them to a whole different trajectory, a whole different future. And that's our guarantee. And that's what we're dedicating our time, effort, energy, and expertise to ensuring everyone that is involved with these 4 videos will walk away a better person. And the next obvious step will be to take advantage of this ridiculously low investment, which obviously has a no questions asked, money back guarantee tied to it. They have absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. And for affiliates who have that platform, we're predicting this will be many of our affiliates' #1 partnership as far as the commissions that they're going to earn, because of the perfect storm of awesomeness. We have Brian P. Moran, who I witnessed live in Fort Lauderdale. And as you heard in the beginning, I've been face to face with Tony Robbins, with Zig Ziglar, with Brian Tracy, with all of the best that are alive today. And Brian P. Moran is like witnessing a gymnast in the Olympics. Just perfectly awesome, walks the talk, and is truly committed to help with these systems can and will, just like it has done in the corporate America world. We're looking to make a review and see how this could help being one of the best partnerships you've ever participated in, financially and otherwise.
Awesome. I'm really excited about this.
Yes. So basically, you fall in one of those 2 categories. So if you're someone who is an affiliate, you can go check us out at 12weekmastery.com/partners. And if you are someone who just has found this video and is excited about what's to come, you can go to 12weekmastery.com and enter your email information there and be notified when it goes live. You will definitely want to take part in the video series. Brand is one of the best trainers on this topic of getting the most from you and what you're capable of than I've ever seen. And you've heard I've seen the best. He is in that category of mastery, and that's what we're looking to bring to you.
You have seen the best, haven't you?
I have, absolutely. It's been a great journey, and the best is yet to come. And that's what our promise is to you. Your best is yet to come. And go to 12weekmastery.com, register, get on the early notification list. And if you are a partner and have a platform that you'd like to share this with your people, go to 12weekmastery.com/partners. And we guarantee this will be the best experience that your people will go through, and the next obvious step for them to take part in this ridiculously low investment for all the value that they're going to receive to transform their lives, and in turn helping this become your best joint venture partnership you've ever participated in.
You heard everybody. Tom Beal here today. This is an amazing offer here he's got going on here. The 12weekmastery.com. If you want to become a partner, 12weekmastery.com/partners is where you go to sign up.
And
Take
step
advantage
number
of this.
one, regardless, go get the book. If you haven't got it yet, go get it on, on Kindle, in physical form, and/or in Audible. That's step one. This alone is transformational, and what we have coming brings it to a whole nother level. So, Dennis, thank you again for having me here. It's always a pleasure
awesome
to see your smiling face, and I know both of our best are yet to come, and I know you watching this, your best is yet to come. It's an honor to have our paths cross here as well. I'll talk with you soon. Make today great.
All right. Thank you.